Hello everyone, I am making this video in response to some of my friends asking about the benefits of rooting your Android phone or tablet. This video hopefully will help explain it a little bit better, but there's several features of when you root your phone that you can have more access to, mainly theming your phone with different icons and notification bars and stuff like that. You can also tweak certain system performance options like overclocking your processor and adjusting your battery and stuff like that. But I was going to show a couple of these. One of the first apps I'm using right now is called Screencast. You can see it right here, the little video reel. That's the app I'm using right now that is allowing me to shoot this video and record myself talking simultaneously, which this app does require that your phone has to be rooted. So that right there is one cool app that comes with rooting your phone. If I open the app drawer here, got all my different apps. This Rom Toolbox, click on it. This has several different things that can assist you with your rooted phone. It comes with Rom Manager, for one thing, that, like it says, it helps you install ROMs, themes, other zips. If you're wanting to keep up with all the newer, the latest Android operating systems, you can use Rom Manager to download and install, say, Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0, upgraded from Gingerbread, and that's one good advantage of having Rom Manager. There's other things like this root browser here. You can actually go into the root files of the phone, and you can mess with stuff, move stuff around, change certain permissions on different files. The scripter and terminal emulator, I don't mess with that stuff because I have no idea how to manipulate scripts. So if you know how to do that, more power to you. This ad blocker is kind of cool because it can block ads that might pop up within certain apps. That if that kind of stuff annoys you, you can block it. But the only downside to this is that if you do have that ad blocker enabled and you use the Google Music app, the two of them conflict with each other, and the Google Music app will force close if you have the ad blocker enabled. So anyway, if you slide over to this next, where it says Tools, slide over to the next tab here, it says Performance. Here's where you can mess with some of your actual settings on your phone, like say for instance this CPU sliders. You click that. This is where, I guess by stock, this phone comes with a 1 gigahertz processor, and what you can do is overclock the processor. Let's see if I can do this. You can bump it up 1075, keep on going. I think 1113 is the highest you can go with this particular app here, but that's essentially enabling your processor to work faster than what by stock it's usually allotted. Okay, back out of this. You can also do kernel tweaks if you know how to do that. Your build prop tweaks. You can modify your phone. Say if your phone under the Android market, you can't download certain GameLoft games that require a Tegra processor, you can adjust your build prop to basically spoof your phone and make it seem as if it is one of those compatible devices, to where you can download those games or apps or whatever it is you're trying to get. Let's see, the interface. This is where you can choose different appearance tweaks, like say this font installer. It has a bunch of presets of different fonts that you click one, it gives you the previews here. You just click one and then it'll change all the fonts on your phone to whichever one you like, and you can just continually change them. Your boot animations, most phones come stock, the new Droid phones come stock with some kind of a boot animation, whether if it's your manufacturer or like a Droid logo or something like that. This gives you the option to change that boot animation into something more suitable to your taste, or if you're just bored with the stock one that it comes with. If I click on this Android logo, gives you these options here if you want to install it, preview it. So click preview, and then this is what your new boot animation would look like once you install it. And as you can see, that they have a bunch of different ones you can choose from. Back out of this. Okay, so that's Rom Toolbox. That's a very very useful app here. Go back to my app drawer. Another one I have is this Root Explorer here. This one gives you access, like I said, to the root files that you wouldn't necessarily be able to access with a non-rooted phone. And this only really applies if you're looking into getting more in depth with learning from developers and modifying your phone's actual properties. If you're not that tech savvy, then this app probably won't be very useful to you. Back to my app drawer. Scroll down. Titanium Backup. Right here. This is a very, very useful app. This app does require that you have root access, and it can do a lot of different things that will help you out in the long run. Say as if I go to batch, it assesses your phone, all the different apps you have, and gives you these different scenarios here. Like if you want to back up all of your apps, this says back up all user apps, and it says I have 49 of them. If I run this operation, then it will save all of the APK files, and if you choose the apps plus the system data, it saves all your settings, as if like your alarm clock that you might have set, for particular times throughout the week, or certain ringtones or anything like that. It'll save all that stuff to your micro SD card, and then if you happen to screw up your phone, which I've done before, and you have to do a complete factory reset, you can load that backup in this restore option here. Restore everything back to your phone, and it's basically the same as if before when you screwed it up. So it's really useful. You can also use this freeze defrost function here, and what this basically does is if you have a stock Android phone that's non-rooted, then you obviously know that you have certain, they call it bloatware, apps that you might not use, that you would like to uninstall, but you can't. You don't have the access to uninstall it. Say, for instance, the Skype app. That's something I had never really had any use for. It used to drive me nuts because it was always running in the background, using up some kind of battery that I really wished I could have just deleted it. If you have this app, you can freeze it, which means that it basically just temporarily disables the app until you come back in and defrost it, which means you can use it at your leisure again. But you also have the option to just uninstall the app. If you don't like the Skype or any of the other stock apps that come with the phone, you can just uninstall it and just get it off your phone altogether, which is very nice. I like that. If I back out of this, go back to my app drawer, I am running CyanogenMod 7.2, and it comes with the theme chooser. When I click on this, people have made different themes in the Android market that can change your notification bar. It changes anything from your dial pad on your phone, your drop down menu, your fonts, your calculator, like everything. the theme just is an overlay that you have different options. Like this one is a cyan colored one, this one is green, and this one has like a white look to it. If you see when I pull down the pull down, this is what it looks like. I have all my toggle widgets at the top. If I go ahead and apply this first one here, this airish, click apply, and you'll see it actually changes the whole theme of the phone, which is kind of cool, because whenever you start theming, it becomes an addiction and you can't stop. But as you can see at the top, you know, it's white now with black icons. I pull it down, and now this screen is white and all the toggle widgets are white. If I go to the phone, the phone looks different. This is just a black setup here. If I go back to what I was using, the ice cream sandwich 3D mint. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Go back here. Ice cream sandwich 3D mint. Click apply. Now it gives you this error right here, but all the developers tell you this. It's just an issue with your device compatibility, but you click apply anyway, and it works. So it's nothing to get worked up about. Let's see. Then now it changes back. I am back to my previous theme, and the phone now has the ice cream sandwich theme to it. So that's what the theme chooser can do, is allow you to choose different ways for your phone to look, and you can make your phone, I don't know, be eye candy for people, you know, whenever you just have it laying around. But let's see. Throughout my list of apps here, this is the actual Rom Manager app that was in that Rom Toolbox app too, and this, you can flash the clockwork mod recovery, which is definitely very useful whenever you're trying to install new Android operating systems. You just flash right into that, reboot into recovery, boot up a clockwork mod, and then from there you can install zip files that will allow you to either flash kernels, flash maybe a backup that you had, restore, and new operating systems. So if you're tired of waiting on your manufacturer to release an update, say if you're running Gingerbread and they have not released an update for you to run Ice Cream Sandwich, then what you could do is download the actual ROM for the next operating system, say Ice Cream Sandwich, and go ahead and do it before the manufacturer actually gets around to doing it, which no one knows when that will be, because they drag their feet on it. So, but this gives you an option here to download ROMs. You click on that, then it'll give you a list of developers here that you see. Cyanogen Mod Nightly's here, which is currently, it has stopped. They're not making any more new ones right now. But this is where you download new ROMs and install them. So there's a ton to choose from. The Cyanogen Mod is definitely the most popular. They've had over 1 million downloads now. They're probably the most stable ROM out there. And this MIUI, that's another popular one. But it's kind of a little area here for you just look through and try and find out what fits best for you. There's tons of different options. So if I back out of this, okay. Another cool app that I use on a regular basis is called Tasker. This app is basically it's a good version of programming your phone to do certain tasks depending on environment or location, certain states that your phone might be in. One of the ones I have right here is the sleep. This basically says from 10 o'clock at night until 5 o'clock in the morning, these certain actions will occur. And if I click on that, it says my media volume will be at 0, my phone will be set to vibrate, vibrate on notify, and then the ringer is also on vibrate too, and the notification volume is set to 0. So basically at 10 o'clock at night every night, this task comes up and automatically adjusts all these volumes for me and silences my phone to where I don't have to go in there and manually do it every single day and trying to remember to do it. Let's see, there's another one for when I'm at home. I created this home task. Whenever I get at home, it automatically turns on my Wi-Fi and connects to the Wi-Fi. And then you see where it says auto sync off. I have that. That's an exit task. So whenever I leave my house, it turns the auto sync off. So whenever I'm at work or out and about, the auto sync isn't using up all my battery. So since I'll be at home, it'll re-enable. Because more than likely I'll be close to a charger where I can keep my phone charged at all times. But this is a very cool app. It's not very user friendly. You have to read the instruction manual a lot to try and figure out. And they have different forums with people. They have YouTube videos that can show you, explain you how to set up different tasks to do different things. Like one of them, really cool task is if you're driving and somebody sends you a text message, then it will automatically be able to use your GPS and determine that you're traveling more than 10 or 15 miles an hour, and it'll send a response text message back to that person letting them know that you're driving and that you will text them back when you're not. So that's all automated without you even touching the phone. That will happen. So that's very cool. One other cool thing that comes with the CyanogenMod settings is the wireless tether. And if you go into the settings menu, brings up CyanogenMod settings, and I'm sorry, if I go back to wireless and network, that's where it's at. Tethering and portable hotspot. Click that. And when you enable this, basically what it does is it creates your own little Wi-Fi hotspot. So say I have a Barnes & Noble Nook tablet, which is Wi-Fi only. So if I'm out and about and I'm not near like a Starbucks or Barnes & Noble to connect to somebody's Wi-Fi, I can enable this portable Wi-Fi hotspot and use my own 3G, 4G signal to connect to the internet with my Nook tablet. So it's very cool when you're out and about and you just need to connect to the internet real quick on your tablet, or you can use your laptop or whatever it is you're trying to gain access to the internet with. And it also offers, if you configure the hotspot, different kinds of security. But you can make up your own password, you can make up your own network ID, call it whatever you want. That's very useful. I use that all the time when I'm out on job sites or wherever and there's not a Wi-Fi hotspot in miles. I'll just use my cell phone here. So I hope this explains a little bit more about the rooting. The rooting process itself does have some risks, and you need to definitely do your research and read forums and watch videos if you're even thinking about doing it. And just know that if you don't follow people's instructions to the T, you can screw up your device, and it could be just a paperweight. But yeah, just take the time to read everything thoroughly and ask questions if you need to ask questions. And then if there's anything you're unfamiliar with, terminology or definitions or anything, I always tell people just to Google it. You know, I mean, that's what Google search bar is there for. If you don't know what tethering is, just type in what is tethering. And another good thing about that wireless tethering is you don't need root access to actually do a wired tether. That's where you actually connect your phone through a USB cable to your laptop or whatever device. There are apps out there where you do not need root access to do that. As far as wireless goes, you have to have root access for that. So the good thing about that is you don't always remember to bring your USB cable with you everywhere you go. And when you need that internet access at that one particular time, it's good to have the wireless tethering, so you can just connect and go, and that's it. So yeah, hopefully this helped people out. If you have any more questions, you can email me about it, and be happy to answer. Alrighty, thank you.